Cinema as a medium has peaked, a true masterpiece. Martin Scorsese's review of a Minecraft movie. So I watched the 2025 Amazon Prime movie Playdate, starring Kevin James, and it's not a good movie. It's poorly written, it's poorly edited, the cinematography and visuals are not good to look at, but it was one thing. It was fun. I had a good time watching it. It's a 2-star on Letterboxd, but it was enjoyable. Like, spoilers for the end, but when Kevin James walks away from an explosion that several children died in, that was hilarious, right? That was funny. It did get me to think of one thing, though. What's another good bad movie? First thing that came to mind was Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, because that's a bad movie that's enjoyable to watch, but what's the best one? I think I found it.
Flint and Steel.
So what's interesting about the Minecraft movie is that it was announced in 2014. It then bounced between several other directors and writers who did not want to make this movie until 2022, where it was now in production. Being directed by Jared Hess with Chris Bowman and Hubble Palmer as writers. Not great signs, immediately. Looking bad. It was then supposed to star Jason Momoa and Jack Black, and it was supposed to be live action. And I just thought these leaks were fake because that sounded terrible. And now look.
Flint and Steel.
The Minecraft movie is my favorite bad movie, and it's not close. I love a lot about this movie, and it's just not good. I'm going to talk about the visuals first because that's what people were most skeptical about. And I mean, they aren't great. The live action people in the weird live action slash animated world just doesn't look good. The realistic take on the Minecraft environment and animals and mobs and whatnot is fine, but it's just bad looking. I feel like this is one of the few things that I would say is legitimately just bad. I don't really have any positives about the visuals other than, the realistic creeper looks cool.
Flint and Steel.
This is where things get kind of interesting. We have Jason Momoa as Garrett, and we have Jack Black as Steve. Not really going to be talking about the other characters because I'm going to be honest, they just didn't leave much of an impression on me. But Jack Black as Steve really stood out to me because I feel like this was a role that was doomed from the start. Steve is barely even a silent protagonist because he's not really a protagonist in the first place. Minecraft in itself is not a story based game. Steve is just the name of the basic default character look. There isn't any character to get out of this. And yet I'd say Jack Black legitimately does a very good job at portraying this character. And yes, they do make a weird decision of him being a regular person who got transported into the Minecraft world, but I think it works fairly well. I do think Jack Black is just a good actor when it comes to these types of roles. I feel like he put effort into Steve Minecraft. He made Steve interesting and not just a blank slate. I think that worked. Jason Momoa, on the other hand, was just not that great. He didn't have much of an impact on me. His overall character and writing weren't the best, but he is interesting. He's essentially the main lead of the movie. He does contribute a lot to the plot. It's just that he's not a very interesting character. He's not written particularly well. He doesn't have memorable dialogue, but he's fun. It's actually pretty entertaining to watch Jason Momoa in a wig and pink jacket run around being a douche guy. It's silly. I think it works really well. Of course, all of this is coming down to purely my emotional reaction and what I felt to this movie, to these characters, not about what I actually would say critically. All in all, I think the characters aren't terrible, they just aren't great, but watching them is fun. It's enjoyable to watch Steve Minecraft and Garrett fly through the air while holding each other with elytras, and that's it. That's the whole scene. They hug and they fly, and it sure is in the movie.
Flint and Steel.
Now, you might be thinking it's a little weird that I was talking about the characters in this movie before I talk about the actual story, and that's really because the characters are more interesting than the story. The story is fairly basic. All it is Garrett finds a magic cube alongside some of the other characters. They then go through a portal that leads them to the Minecraft world, where they find out that Steve has been locked away in the evil Piglin Queen's nether fortress. While they're walking around with this mystical magical portal cube, the Piglin lady steals it, and now they have to go get this MacGuffin. It's fairly basic. They then all work together to fight off several hordes of zombies and piglins and skeletons and whatnot, and then they get separated, and then they have a falling out, because of course the siblings have to have a falling out in this movie. And then it just kind of moves on. They eventually all meet back together. They then get to a woodland mansion where Steve and Garrett are put into a boxing ring, and you get the line.
They want me to fight the chicken? Chicken jockey!
This has done irreparable damage to my mental health. They then all get back together. Steve says, "First we mine, then we craft, let's Minecraft." And they go make diamond armor and beat the big bad lady, and then it ends with the big dance number. That's kind of the whole movie. I watched it a second time before I made this review, and I still remember almost nothing. It's just not a good plot. It's very basic. It works, but it works because it's worked in so many other pieces of media. It's just not well written.
Flint and Steel.
So I actually haven't gotten to the main point, have I? I said this was my favorite bad movie. I said that I liked it. But I'm really only talking about the negatives. And I feel like that's important. I have to mention that this is a poorly made movie so that I can talk about why I think this is a fun movie. This is a movie that I enjoy watching in spite of its flaws. And that mainly comes in the dialogue. I'm not going to say that it was well written, but I am going to say that each actor definitely put effort into their role. I feel like whenever Jack Black said,
Crafting table. Ender pearl. Minecraft. Flint and Steel.
it was hilarious because it was bad. It was not a good piece of dialogue, but that's why I liked it. It was funny.
Flint and Steel.
The Minecraft movie is insane to me, by default. I can't believe it came out at all, nonetheless like this. And I think most of the essence of why I enjoyed this movie comes entirely from external factors. I was able to talk to my friends about this movie. I was able to watch trends be started over this movie. I was able to witness community being grown through this movie. It mattered to people, to fans of the media. People like Minecraft and they like talking about this movie because it's fun. Because the real fun isn't from what's in the movie. Yeah, sure, it's some of the dialogue, but it's mostly looking at someone next to you and saying, "Hey, you watched the Minecraft movie? It has Old Man Yowie in it. That's insane." And yeah, it is insane. But that's why I liked this movie. And that's what I think makes a good bad movie. That sense of community. Because discussion was fun. And I feel like the Minecraft movie really perfected it. Oh, also, Jennifer Coolidge leaves her husband for a Minecraft villager that she hit with her car in this movie. Yeah, I think that's where we should end it. This is a masterpiece. 10 out of 10. I love it so much.
Flint and steel.